Rated R Wrestling Podcast. Go! Uncensored and unapologetic. Rated R Wrestling starts now.
Hey yo! What's going on? This is Aaron, aka StudMuffin Supreme.
I'm Kyle.
And this is Michael.
And this is the Rated R Wrestling Podcast. Make sure I got that right from the first time, because I kind of flubbed that one up.
The Rated R Wrestling Podcast.
That's right.
And for just in case you're wondering, that guy walking around in the background, that's our buddy Matt.
He's our studio audience.
Yeah. So he's just coming by. So, but yeah, this is episode number 2. We hope everybody enjoyed the first episode. Today's going to be pretty interesting, because today's subject is going to be
What the fuck wrestling?
Yep. This is probably going to be an ongoing series, because there's a lot of shit we can talk about when it comes to what the fuck. Okay? If we tried to talk about it all in one day, we'd be here forever.
Oh, yeah.
Before we get started, though, I wanted to try something new here. Let me pull up my cheat sheet here. Today, the way we're filming this, it's October 22nd. Today's wrestling history on the day of, we've got October 22nd, 2006, TNA held its Bound for Glory pay-per-view in Detroit, making it the first TNA pay-per-view to be outside of the Impact Zone.
Correct.
That also saw the TNA debut of Kurt Angle.
Perk Angle.
Absolutely, yeah.
Perk Angle, yeah.
Yeah, and that was the end of Jeff Jarrett's reign of terror, wasn't it?
Thank you, Sting. Yes,
I believe it was towards the end.
Well, actually, I think it was, because he really didn't get back in that after that.
Yeah, but Sting was the guy that finally put the kibosh on Jeff. All right. October 22nd, 1995, WWF presented the In Your House 4 pay-per-view, The Great White North, in Winnipeg. What's significant about this, it says, Vince McMahon was reportedly so infuriated by the main event featuring Big Daddy Cool Diesel that it prompted him to end his title reign early the next month.
Well, also, and specifically, as soon as the pay-per-view went off the air, he threw his headset down and said, "Horrible! Horrible!
Yeah, sucks, Kev. And then he ended up wrestling Bret Hart in his best match the following month.
It's funny enough, that was the end of his reign, was his best match.
Yeah.
Funny.
In the year 2000, October 22nd, Stone Cold returned to the ring for the first time after his neck injury, competing in a no-holds-barred match against Rikishi at No Mercy. Pretty much a big-ass whooping.
Stomp the mud hole in that big fat ass.
He did it for The Rock, though.
I did it for The Rock.
For the people.
I'll shut your mouth, you thumb-wearing fatty.
And then our last one, 2008, October 22nd, Dean Ambrose turned on Seth Rollins after they won the Raw Tag titles. A shocking heel turn which came after Roman Reigns walked away due to his leukemia diagnosis.
Did you say 2007?
Kind of a difficult situation.
2018, I'm sorry if I messed that up. 2018.
Yeah, that was a little awkward, him turning on Seth the same night that a real life problem was.
It took some balls. The heel turn was effective. The rest of the heel turn was shit.
They were backed into a corner. They had to do something.
Yeah,
we could probably talk about that later on.
Dean was wanting to get out of the company, and this was the one way of trying to sweeten the deal. And then his heel turn ultimately failed.
Germaphobe Dean Ambrose, we might be talking
about
that.
But yeah, so that was on this day in October 22nd. And so let's get on to the what the fuck moments. And if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. Katie Vick.
Katie Vick.
Yeah, got to start off with Katie Vick.
One of the most awkward angles WWEF ever.
Let me tell you what was really awkward about that segment. The fact of the matter is, when they were filming that shit, there was an actual funeral going on in the next room.
Yep, that is true. They were actually filming. They weren't filming the funeral, but there was a funeral next door, and it was really messed up because nobody wanted to do that.
Nobody, not even
a very fucked up moment that definitely would leave you saying, "What the fuck?"
In case you don't know, if you're living under a rock, in case you don't know, the Katie Vick angle was embroiled in a feud between Kane and Triple H, and to fuck with Kane, Triple H aired a vignette.
Katie Vick.
And Kyle, would you care to explain partially what happened in that?
Okay, this is definitely going to get us but this is rated R, so I'm going to explain in detail. So
Unfiltered, uncensored.
Unapologetic, too. Unapologetic, so get ready, you fucking virgins. So let me explain this.
Don't trip yourself like that.
You know what? I'm not even going to get in that. But anyway, Triple H infiltrates a funeral parlor with a red shirt and a cane mask. Pulls up to a coffin, and there is a mannequin inside the casket, who is Katie Vick, which apparently Kane killed in a car crash. Which, when did Kane learn how to fucking drive? That was never fucking explained. All of a sudden, Kane was a normal guy after saying he was a monster. Okay.
I don't think you have to be verbal to pass the driving test.
Yeah, but that's the least egregious part of this fucking segment. But, so, then Triple H says a lot of dirty shit to this mannequin, and then he proceeds to take his fucking drawers off and reveal a thong underneath. But then he climbs into the fucking casket and proceeds to fuck the shit out of this mannequin.
Actually, he fucked the brains out.
Oh, yeah, well, I'll get to that. He said in one of the most cringiest fucking lines ever said in a wrestling skit, "I just screwed your brains out." And proceed to throw the brains on the camera. There is one man in this world that found it funny. Vince.
Yeah, and you know what's really fucked up about that? No, like I said, nobody wanted to do that. And Triple H was kind of like, hey, can we not do it this way? I have another idea that's not as fucked up. And Vince was like, we'll shoot it twice, pal. We'll do mine first, and then we'll do yours, and then we'll see whose is better. They filmed Vince's version, and then they packed up and fucking went home.
But just remember, that's a mental image, folks. Vince jumping in the casket there. Now this is how you fuck her. This is how you do it.
Sucks, Kane.
I screwed your brains out.
Yes, that was Katie Vick. And the funny part is, Kane didn't even get his comeuppance at the end.
He got his ass kicked at No Mercy at the pay-per-view.
Because he couldn't afford to look weak.
I have to look good. I have to be the champion.
Anything else you think's fucked up?
About that segment?
Or anything else in general?
Oh, man. I don't know. That's definitely one of those, even all these years later, it's still fucked up. Like, again, and Vince, and I mentioned this off air earlier, the fact that Vince defended this in his McMahon DVD and basically said, anyone who screws a mannequin in a casket, that's comedy classic, pal.
Well, to be fair, this is a guy who we found out shit on the head of a legal intern.
And named his dildos after wrestlers.
Yes, so nothing surprises me about old Vinnie Mac.
Well, yeah, the Mac Man, you know. And then, you know, him saying that, it's just all fucked up. It's entertainment, pal. Yeah. And Stephanie, I'm proposing incest angle.
Oh, yeah, I forgot they were going to do that shit.
Yeah, that's a what the fuck moment that never happened, thank fucking God. Yeah, can you imagine that?
Yeah, well, she was actually pregnant when they were pitching that, weren't they?
Yes, she was knocked up by somebody. And then it was going to either be Vince as the daddy, or it was going to be Shane.
Equally fucked up.
What about the other Hornswoggle?
Exactly,
The other
yeah.
McMahon heir. Hornswoggle.
This is going to be entertaining. Oh, Hornswoggle! Yeah, that's entertainment, pal.
Shit.
But to get away from the McMahon possible incestuous tree, let's go to a bit in history here. I'm not exactly sure of the year, but it's one of my favorite historical mentions of good old ring psychology. Kevin Sullivan versus, I want to say, Billy Graham. Don't hold me to that, y'all.
Okay.
But anyway, it's the main event of one show, and they are in a violent drag-out fight. And the fight goes outside the ring, and it's all over the arena. And it spills outside of the arena, and they're outside. And now they're fighting outside and on the ground and in the blood and the mud. And the show ends. Next week, when the show comes on, someone is mid-promo when the door busts open. And there they both are, covered in mud and blood and sweat, and wearing the exact same grimy clothes that they were wearing the week before. And they brawl back into the arena, back into the ring, and finish the match. That is a what the fuck moment if I ever fucking saw one.
Until you brought that up, I had never heard of that before.
I've never heard of that.
Look it up, man. Look it up.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking Taskmaster.
That doesn't surprise me with old Kevin Sullivan.
That weird motherfucker.
Yeah.
That dude was
freaking God.
fucking.
Do you know what? It wouldn't even surprise me. That would be pretty fucked up if they kept kayfabe. Like, man, we gotta keep this fucking up. People gotta watch us fight. What if some dickhead's driving by outside and they don't see us fight? They're gonna think this is stupid.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be fucking wrestling?
I'm sure they kind of kept out of the public eye for that week.
I'm sure.
That would be one hell of a ball to fight a guy for a week.
Probably went in the hotel and probably went on cocaine binges and just stayed there for a week.
Yeah.
This was the 80s, so, you know. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That on the subject of matches, how about I brought this up, too. Apparently there was a poop in a pool match in OVW.
The pop, y'all. The poop. And the pin.
So, if anybody remembers Taryn Terrell or Tiffany from ECW.
Oh, the shitty GM.
The shitty GM who had the charisma vacuum of a sex doll. She took on Heidi Lovelace, a.k.a. Ruby Riott, or Ruby Soho in AEW.
Now explain
I've seen chicks with less charisma than sex dolls, to be fair. I mean, that's not too bad.
Okay, maybe a fucking iron board.
Standards are high.
But anyway, it was for the OVW Women's World Championship, and it was a big steaming dog shit in a pool match.
Dog shit.
Now, what was how did you win the match, I guess?
I don't know. They didn't really care to explain, I guess.
Why would I even want to fucking know?
Maybe shove the face in the fucking dog shit?
I assume you go into pew and you go, ew, and then that's how... I haven't seen the match. So.
I can tell you one thing, though. It definitely, could not have been booked when Corny was running it.
Oh, he would have had a fucking heart attack.
No, he would have had a damn coronary.
What the fuck is this?
Cornette, I love you. If you ever find out about me, you won't love me, but that's okay.
He might hate me for the shit I like.
Shout out to Corny.
Jim Cornette, big fans of the drive-thru.
Jim, I respect you, but you might hate me on some of my some wrestling.
That's okay. I don't agree with a lot of Jimmy's stuff anyway, but I still love him because he doesn't give a fuck.
Love you, Jim.
Love you. Yep,
I'll give a shout out to Brian too.
Yeah, Brian. Love to chill and you know what I'm saying? Medicate. One day.
Maybe you need to take a visit to Elevated Studios one time.
So, this one on my list, it's a what the fuck moment, but in a good way, I think. The musical chairs match that Eugene hosted in Raw back in 2004. If you've never seen this, for the love of God, YouTube it. It is probably one of the greatest Raw segments of all time. So, basically, Eugene's general manager, and yes, Eugene, for those you don't know, was a mentally challenged character played by Nick Dinsmore. So he was running Raw one night.
Nick.
A cable wrestler.
He was running Raw one night, and he decided one of the things he wanted to do was have a game of musical chairs. Now, what made this funny, not the fact that we're having musical chairs in the middle of a wrestling ring, but Chris Jericho, Tyson Tomko, Tajiri, Stacy Keibler, Ric Flair, Jonathan Coachman, yes.
He got the green mist.
By God, my words can't do it justice.
Ric Flair was the star of the fucking show right there. He said, I'm gonna make this good. I'm gonna go out there, hit style, and profile. Woo!
And I think it was the winner got like a title shot, right?
It was like a title shot for like the World Heavyweight Championship or something.
And it was just so absurd. Just they got the freaking kiddie music playing.
Yeah.
And at first, nobody's wanting to play. Oh, Jerry Lawler was in there.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to get into it, and then all of a sudden, everybody starts getting into it. And as people start getting eliminated, shit starts getting real. I believe Jericho won that, didn't he?
He did. They were in Canada, and it actually came down to Jericho and Tyson Tomko.
Yeah, because Flair, once he started getting into it, he started doing his dance, and then someone took his chair.
What the fuck? Yeah, but Jericho won that, and then I used to watch this segment on the Raw 15th anniversary DVD that they had.
Oh yeah,
and they had this segment on there.
Oh, it was amazing,
man.
It was what the fuck in a good way.
In a good way, yeah, not like what the fuck.
Now I would like to tie in a what the fuck into his segment. So he brought up Tajiri and the Green Mist, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You all remember the Green Mist, right?
Oh yeah.
Every time they hit it, or even Muda's Red Mist. Let's go back that far.
Great Muda.
I don't remember it dying anyone. Now Asuka's using a blue mist and everyone's turning into a fucking Smurf. What the fuck?
Yeah, Rhea Smurf.
Rhea's a fucking Smurf.
Why are we dyeing people with the mist now? It's supposed to be poisonous, not colorful.
Well, they could seep into your skin and create toxins.
What about, or it could blind you like to Jerry's black mist against
I
Didion.
think she's making Smurfettes, so, there's not so much
I would Smurf
rape
her in
and
the Smurf.
incest going on
I'd
in
Smurf
Village.
I'd Smurf Kyrie.
At us if you know what I'm talking about.
Kyrie would get Smurfed by all three.
I would Smurf her in the Smurf.
Kyrie!
Hey, that's not racist. We're just copying
We
Oscar.
love Kyrie. She's awesome.
No racism here. I just love...
Kyrie is the bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So,
was EO.
any other what kind of FWTF moment you got for us, Kyle? Anymore?
Well, let's see. Where do we go? Let's jump to WCW.
Oh God, you could do a whole show about that.
We could do a whole fucking calendar year in particular. I mean, everybody knows what we're talking about. But I'm gonna pick just a random what the fuck. Anything from Jim Herd's WCW is what the fuck.
Oh,
let me rattle off some ideas. The Ding Dongs.
Fucking
Two masked
What the fuck?
Two masked chodes coming out to the fucking ring, and then there'd be a bell in the corner, and they would ring it every fucking 30 seconds. Big Josh. A man coming out with two fucking bears on
Now, to be
tubes.
fair, did he only come out there once with them?
No, this was like I think all the time he would come out with the two bears.
Well, that's funny because that was Matt Bourne, a.k.a. Doink the Clown.
It was PN News.
The rapping fat
A
fuck.
rapping fat fuck dressed like a parachute. Let's see what else. Trying to make Ric Flair Spartacus. That didn't happen. That's a what the fuck moment that thank God it didn't happen.
What about the Hunchbacks?
The Hunchbacks. Oh my God.
Yeah, fucking Jim Herd was like, yeah, these two guys, they'll have humps on their back, so their gimmick, you can't pin them. And they can never lose. And the best part of that story was Ole Anderson goes, all right, well, I'll get in the ring with the fuckers, and I'll put them in a toe hole to make them fuckers tap out. There, they can be beat.
It's one of the only good things Ole Anderson I agree with on.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't 95 the era of Herd as well?
No, he was
gone.
I think he was out by 91.
92 or something like that.
Because
That's
in
when Bill Watts
92,
took over.
that's when Bill Watts came in, was in 92.
Well, see, my next what the fuck moment has a very Herd-esque character in it. Let's go to 1995. We're staying in WCW, y'all. Let's go to the King of the Road match featuring the Blacktop Bully and Dusty Rhodes.
Oh.
Now, for those of us who haven't seen this or haven't heard of it, don't feel bad. It wasn't a great match.
You didn't miss it.
Think of a leather strap match, right? Two opponents have leather straps and they're tied at the wrist, but on a long flatbed on the end of a truck.
Well,
Going down the road with a cage around it.
Meanwhile, some shitbag is in a pickup truck next door trying to film it.
Yeah, then there's another car trying to film it. It's kind of awkward. It wasn't a good match, and the Blacktop Bully wasn't a good character. Let's be honest.
It's one of Barry Darso's many shitty
That's
gimmicks.
why I confused it as one of a Herd gimmick.
And what's fucked up is what happened to him afterwards.
Yeah, they both bladed, got busted.
In the no blood era in WCW, mind
So they
you.
both were fired.
No.
So was Dusty Rhodes. He was fired too, but he came back.
Yeah.
The only good thing that came out of that match is we got Gold Dust. Because he would go to the Fed a few months later and become...
Shout out to Goldust, one of the best
Shout out to
gimmicks.
Dustin Rhodes,
One of the
a.k.a.
best.
Gold Dust.
One of the best.
One of the most underrated wrestlers ever.
We're nothing but marks on a Markcast, but we'd love to have anyone with any kind of professional operating in the business anytime. We'd love to have you on the show.
I know we're just a small popcorn stand right now, but come on.
Can we be anything better than popcorn, like hot dogs or something? Like, fuck popcorn.
Yeah.
No,
I said that. Fuck popcorn.
I mean, I'm not a big popcorn guy either, but that's how you start. You
Well,
start
popcorn ain't
you start
fucking
selling
start
really
somewhere.
cheap, and then you make profit off of that. Then you can start selling other things and popcorn.
Listen, if I want to eat styrofoam peanuts covered in butter, I'll do that.
So we were just in the land of WCW.
What the fuck was that last conversation? That's what
Exactly.
I often fear doing this, but let's go to the world of All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh no! What the fuck?
Oh,
wait, I gotta do it. Wait.
Keyboard warrior.
No, AEW is a good alternative. You have no idea what you're talking about.
This is coming from a guy who likes AEW.
Listen, okay. I've kind of fallen out of love with AEW, but when they were the first couple of years, I was a big AEW mark. I've kind of fallen out of love. I still think they're good, but there's been some shit.
Here's the thing: you can't deny this. This. You guys might have one, but here's mine. AEW Revolution 2021: Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley in what was supposed to be the exploding barbed wire death match ended up being a big sparkle fest.
and the
sparkler match.
And you know what's funny? The fact that Eddie Kingston came out and tried to still sell it.
He sold like his job depended on it.
Which it may have. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe he was going to get
the
fired. The
sparklers were going off, and he was covering old Jon Moxley there, and it was
I'm pretty sure even the commentators were like, "What?"
Now I got to give Eddie props. He was doing what he's supposed to do because he didn't know that was going to be a big popcorn fart. But I love the fact that they tried to rectify the situation by turning it into Kenny Omega, he did that on purpose to troll you.
That'd be like if they tried to explain why the ring broke when Brock and Big Show broke it. They said, Brock did that was part of the plan. He came under the ring earlier that day. It was all part of the plan. Part of the plan. Yeah, but that was so stupid. And then the fact they were building up like this is the most dangerous match that we will ever put on, and comparing it to all the Japanese like ticking time bomb matches that Cactus Jack used to have back then. This was like a fucking kid. Classics. Go watch Cactus Jack versus Terry Funk in those wars. You want to see some hardcore? Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
More hardcore than the.
R.I.P. Terry.
Yep, we love you, the Funker. Hell yeah. The Funker, man, one of the greatest to ever do it.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
All right. You got any for AEW?
Yeah, I actually got a couple, so we'll mention that. How about when they first started, the Nightmare Collective? Brandy Rhodes trying to lead a faction with Awesome Kong and some other bitch.
I think Nyla Rose was in it.
Yeah. Nyla Rose was in it?
I was not aware of this.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. You don't remember Nightmare Collective? Or,
to be fair, I can only semi-watch AEW. I want to, and then I fade off. And Tony can't hold me. They can't hold my attention. I try, but I fade.
Yeah, they
maybe one day.
Yeah.
Recommend some good matches to me. Hit us in the comments.
I can recommend some.
I can give you one.
I can recommend some.
Punk and MJF in a dog collar match.
Dustin Rhodes versus Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A 5-star classic.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And see, that's the thing with AEW. Great matches, but what's in between to hold my attention?
My personal opinion, I don't know. I mean,
just saying.
But the Nightmare Collective coming out collecting people's hairs and shit.
I mean,
they think they're Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Anything that had Punk in it, I was watching when he was on there, but he's not there obviously anymore. So,
anybody remember when Cody Rhodes tried to be a black guy? Like he was giving a speech about color or whatnot. Anybody remember that bullshit?
Yeah.
That was the most awkward Cody Rhodes promo ever.
Totally not prompted by his wife.
Yeah.
Yep. Brandy's a smoke show though. That's okay. She's still hot as hell.
I got an AEW what the fuck for you, and this one's very, very recent, you guys. How about that fucking shit show that between Sting and fucking Moxley and fucking Darby Allin? And I say Sting because you know what I'm talking about, AEW crew. You know what I'm talking about. Kyle, I know you got some strong feelings about this. You want to take the reins?
Can I just say, yes, Sting interfered in this I Quit match. And so you're telling me that Darby took all that fucking punishment, got his ass kicked the whole fucking match, almost died 500 times like always, got submerged in a fish tank, which, by the way, all you candy-ass pussies out there that say, think of the children, this is immoral. Fuck the children. Yeah, if you say, is he really going to say that about children? Yes, he is.
Yes.
He's going to say it.
This is unfiltered, raw, uncensored, the rated R wrestling podcast, and we are unapologetic.
Absolutely.
And it goes to show, and this goes for this podcast, if you don't like what you're watching, turn the fucking channel.
But if you do, like, subscribe, and mention us to your friends.
Absolutely.
Tell your neighbors, and listen to us at work and potentially get fired. But back to this fucking match. So Darby gets his ass whooped the whole fucking match. And he chokes Moxley out, with a little flag, and he puts him in the Scorpion Deathlock.
Yep.
And he goes, I quit. That's like the equivalent when Stone Cold tapped out to the ankle lock.
My question, a lot of people were concerned about the fish tank spot. Do you think it went too far with that, or? It's kind of the MO.
In the context of this feud, yes.
To be fair, the fish tank spot was tame compared to Moxley having the spikes in his back.
Or how about
when he took on Adam Cope.
Whatever the fuck you want to call him, Adam.
So I, when I checked out this match, I for whatever reason I kind of ended up seeing it in reverse. So the first thing I see is the end, which is Darby Allin laying over top of Moxley with the very wet AEW flag, and everything is wet.
Very moist.
Now, mind you, I saw everything with the tank later, but I first thought Darby waterboarded Moxley, and I thought, that's pretty extreme, too. It is with the AEW flag. Maybe you all should take the idea and run with it.
I'll tell you what.
I thought that was interesting, but they should have did that. And I thought that would have been a counter to the whole Darby spot. You all missed opportunity.
Fair enough.
You know what? That wasn't even the most egregious part of the match. How about, I don't know if y'all saw, but when he took the skewer and put it in his fucking fingernail. That was more fucked up.
To be that was pretty crazy.
Fucked up.
I'm not a fan of that.
Darby, you are a crackhead. You are a fucking crackhead, but you know what? You're awesome, though.
Yeah.
But still, that made no sense. He beats him with the fucking Scorpion Deathlock.
Yeah.
Sting coming out.
Weak finish, and you know it was Moxley.
Yeah, you know, John.
That's the business.
Yeah.
That's how it's getting me.
Yeah, that's fine. You can tell us it's the business, Mark. We're nothing but marks on a mark.
Absolutely.
Actually, I called you Mark. We're marks. You're John.
Yeah, we're just a smart marks over here, you know. Well, not so smart marks, maybe a little bit, but who knows.
But at the same time, we're the professionals. We're the professional marks.
We're professionals here, folks. Remember that.
Well, while we're on the subject of AEW, Kyle, is there something else about AEW that might particularly be up your crawl?
It's not just up my crawl. It's up my fucking asshole.
And that stinks. So it must be some shitty shit.
It's some smelly shit. Mercedes 12 belts, or Ultimo Dragon. She thinks he's fucking Ultimo Dragon.
Ew, Mercedes Monet, go away.
Ew. Ribs for her pleasure.
Yeah.
Belts for her pleasure.
Well, we are in the elevation.
That's pretty much what we're at, guys. We're at belts for her pleasure.
Let me tell you something about this fucking bitch that's getting 12 belts. And I don't give a fuck if she sees this or not. We're not that famous yet. I don't give a fuck.
Professional marks. Markcast.
Just because Vince does not give you a long championship reign with any of the women's belts does not mean you gotta go grab everyone else's fucking shit. Give me a belt. Give me a belt. You're not Ultimo Dragon. There are only, 3 occasions that the multi-belt gimmick worked? Ultimo Dragon,
Dan Severn,
and Kurt fucking Angle in TNA. Mercedes, you ain't none of them. You're not even the fucking shit stain on their underwear for that.
Here's the thing. I loved Sasha Banks. I was huge Sasha Banks mark.
Same.
Me too. I love Sasha.
Her and Bayley's matches, killer. Any match she was in, I thought was pretty killer.
Her and Bayley as a team or in the ring together as separately.
Absolutely.
Great.
I thought she was
and then
great.
She comes to AEW. I'm not the biggest AEW fan, so I wasn't too invested. Then she starts winning all these titles. Here's my biggest problem with it. How are you going to fucking get out of this? Because think about this. She's taken most of these titles from all these different indie promotions. If she relinquishes those titles, that to me, that's like a big middle finger to those promotions. Because it won't mean anything because no one truly beat her for the belt. And secondly, if she does lose all those belts normally, she'd have to lose 11 times, not counting her TBS title. She'd have to lose 11 fucking matches. And you want her to be strong and built strong and have her lose 11 fucking matches? Where's the end game? How do you get out of this?
Now, there is one other option, and a lot of AEW fans are going to say this, and that is the 30-day clause in a lot of companies' deals where if you don't defend the belt in 30 days, it kind of goes back.
They don't follow.
But let's be honest, some of those belts have been on her longer than 30 days. I get the promotional rub, but it's not working. I get that she's supposed to be trolling us fans, but let's be honest, she's trolling herself. It's just a disgrace to any wrestling promotion's belt. I mean, it's nothing against Mercedes. It's the way that she's carrying herself while doing this.
It's also fucking up their main belt, too, because think about it. She's TBS champion. Chris Statlander is the AEW Women's World Champion. I could see this a little bit more. I could buy it a little bit more if Mercedes started out as the main World Women's Champion. Then you could see, oh, she's collecting all these belts. But we've got Chris Statlander, who's the main Women's Champion, and she's nowhere near on the level Mercedes is as far as how much stock they're putting into her. They're devaluing their main women's championship. And she's only got that belt because she's going to lose it to Mercedes at the next pay-per-view. That's what's going to happen.
That's some bullshit right there.
Because
sad, but probably true.
Because she's the transitional champion, because for some reason, Toni Storm can't lose.
Remember, folks, this is what happens when you have creative control, brother.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. Toni Storm's one of the best things AEW's got going on, and they're just milking that cow until it's dry.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Toni Storm, actually, that's the one gimmick I can't fucking stand.
Apparently, Matt does not like Toni Storm's gimmick.
Yeah, our audience doesn't like our studio audience doesn't like.
Hey, she's sexy as hell. You can't deny that.
You know what? Let me tell you something about Toni Storm. She's one of those chicks where she's one of those that goes with that saying, "I'd walk a mile just to eat her shit." Yeah, I'd smell her stockings in a minute.
I'd walk a mile just to smell where she shits from.
I'd smell her ass in a minute.
I get AEW
Because I'm not eating shit, but I'll walk a mile.
Tony Khan, they this all looks good now, but I don't think they thought about this long term.
No, they never do. They always go by
That's typical Tony booking. Very short term, all for the short term pop, the immediate pop. That's cool, but that leaves you in situations where you have to keep what's working going far longer than it should.
Yep. That's
Actually,
I love hate relationship with Moxley / Dean Ambrose. I could go on a rant about it another day, but that's a what the fuck moment in itself too. All the times that they do this start-stop bullshit, I can think of two. MJF and Jeff Jarrett, they killed that real quick, but that's probably because that wasn't going to mean anything. And two, MJF was in the Hurt Syndicate for like 5 seconds, and then they dropped that like a bad sack of potatoes. So I hate this start-stop bullshit. It's stupid. If it's for an injury, I get it. But when you just do it out of nowhere and make no sense, you got to commit to it. That's just my thing.
Oh, I agree.
Speaking of start-stop bullshit, let's go to our next what the fuck moment.
All right.
This is one I would like to promote. No Mercy 2003, guys.
Oh, fuck.
Let's go with Vince versus Stephanie McMahon in an I Quit match.
In an I Quit match, yep. One of the most uncomfortable matches ever.
Guys, if you're gonna watch this one, maybe put your younger kids up or tell them, maybe smarten them up to the business. One of the two, your choice.
And tell them it's a work.
But this one gets intense. This one gets pretty intense. Do you remember how this one ends?
Yes.
It ends with Vince's eyes bulging out of his skull as he is choking the life out of Stephanie with a pipe. As the life just fades from Stephanie until she's no longer able to raise her hand, and they call the match. Definitely a far cry from our incestuous beginnings to the show. Definitely more domestic violence, but definitely a what the fuck.
What made that even more what the fuck was the hype package for it, because they showed like old footage of Stephanie when she was younger as a kid with Vince, and they were playing this little girl's voice talking about "Daddy, I love you."
How is work, Daddy? And
that was pretty fucked
He's
up.
over here going,
I will strike down to the face of defiance. I will end it.
and all this just so she can get written off and go marry Triple H.
It's all fucked up. You think about it now.
You want to marry Paul?
Especially we know what
This
the
is
fuck
what you're gonna
happened
get.
with Vince now. So you look back, it's like, well, shit. Now this all makes sense. Where the fuck we're going with all these?
Yeah, I mean, and then the fact that a month later he talked about getting Undertaker's wife raped by a motorcycle gang
Right in front of the
I
Undertaker.
mean, let's be honest. A lot of Vince's alternative ideas were definitely what the fuck worthy.
Yeah, a lot of what
there's
the
a
fuck
mountain
ideas.
of Vince what the fucks.
Ain't no stopping the
And
McMahon.
we will definitely hit some of these on later episodes.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
we'll be out
Oh
here
my
forever
God.
talking
We
about
could
Vince.
even divide these into WWF, WWE, WCW, if you want us to do that.
Yeah.
Good. We're basically
I mean, we're just spitballing here, but there's a plethora of WTF shit. So
plenty of.
Let's see what I got here. Oh yeah.
Pull up my notes. We're
so
professionals.
I know we keep jumping back and forth in time, but I love this one.
Rated R Wrestling Podcast.
Question: do you guys remember when Mae Young birthed Mark Henry's hands?
Oh man! It wasn't even Mark's hand. It was a white.
It was a white hand. Yeah.
But still, they retconned that continuity. Eventually, the big hand did show up and went to Mark.
Raw 1000.
What did he do? Go up to Mark and goes, "Hi, Dad. I'm your son."
No, it was like a backstage skit, I think. And
can it do sign language?
I don't know.
Well, no. All of a sudden, here comes fucking. They were doing some kind of like backstage skit with like AJ Lee or something, and then the camera pans over. Here comes Mae Young's crippled ass coming in with a hand that looks like the hamburger helper hand, and he goes, "Hi, I'm Mae Young's son."
So for context, I'm hoping most people know this, but if you don't, take this ride with us. So was it 99 or 2000?
I think it was 2000. Yeah.
So Mark Henry does this angle with Mae Young where they're in love, right? And they're banging, and eventually, old decrepit Mae Young gets pregnant. And she gives birth, and what we think is going to be a child, which would have been absurd enough, it is a fucking plastic hand in jelly.
Ugh. Yeah, and the fact that she gave birth within like 2 or 3 weeks was already absurd.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Vince loved that, apparently. Again, this is back to Vince's fucked
look
up
at what
mind.
Vince has done, and you can understand where all this fucked up shit comes from with Vince.
It was so bad, Mark Henry had to go to OVW to get some seasoning.
yeah, so that, and I just
he almost got fired, actually.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, which they should have done more, Mark Henry. That's just my opinion.
What about
Hall of Pain was very underrated. I love the Hall of Pain. Mark, get at us.
That's what I do.
Hall of Pain! Hashtag Hall of Pain.
Speaking of Hall of Pain, I know I just did one, but I want to do this before I forget. You're going to like this one. Remember when Sid snapped his leg?
Oh, God. That was one of the most gruesome, fucking horrible injuries.
R.I.P. Sid.
To ever fucking stumble across.
And the fact that they kept replaying it over and over again on live pay-per-view and on Nitro.
And they kept at the match wasn't even supposed to be. They didn't end the match. They kept it going.
Oh my God, his leg was like.
It was like, and this guy over here, he doesn't do that shit.
So it's not that don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's very cringeworthy, but okay. My introduction to that particular event wasn't the match itself. It was, one of those top 10 things you watch, and the horrific injuries or whatever. And so I only see the jump from the top rope, and the leg snap, and the hang. That's all I see.
That was the kill shot.
Nothing else around it.
That was the kill shot.
And that's all I needed to see, baby. Wince and damn near a hurl the first time I saw it. And I don't think I'll watch the match, y'all. What the fuck?
Yeah.
The match itself was dog shit, but that was the most memorable part of the match.
And poor Sid, while he's agonizing in pain, they keep doing the match. They don't call it off. They go to the play and finish. I think Rick Steiner or somebody pins him. It's like, no, don't pin him. Throw the X up, ref.
Let's not forget that they were teasing a surprise entrant in the match. They were teasing up. It was Road Warrior Animal.
Well, yeah, that's who it was. And they had to rush it because of the injury.
Yeah, because of the injuries. They had the
The best part is Sid didn't even want to do that.
Yeah, and they convinced Johnny Ace.
Johnny Ace.
Oh, you're gonna do it.
Oh, you're gonna trust me. Jump off the top rope.
I promise. It'll go. Don't worry. You'll be
just suck it a little. If you know about that, you know about that. That's all I'm gonna say.
I can't do that fucking voice. It chokes me up.
Oh, I can do it all day. Don't worry, kid. You'll get it.
Kyle, next, what do you want, buddy?
All right. Let's jump ahead a little bit to a few years later to 2004. Now, we can name a lot of what the fuck moments from 2004. Big Show killing Kurt Angle with the choke slam off the fucking balcony, and Big Show getting tranquilized, darted in the back, and his head shaved, and JBL being on Border Patrol. But I'm gonna pick the Concrete Crypt match. Great American Bash 2004. Oh my fucking God.
Oh boy.
First of all, the way they shot it was shoddy as hell. They filmed a Paul Bearer from early in the day from the close-ups, and in the arena was a stunt guy that was not Paul fucking Bearer.
Yep.
For since we're a Markcast, I just wanted to jump in here and correct your title. It's actually the handicap concrete.
Oh, wow.
The handicap.
The Dudleys against Undertaker.
Some guy on the.
Yeah, I just wanted to get out there. I got you.
Yeah, all you fucking virgins out there be like, well, actually, it was a handicap. Shut the fuck up. Just listen to the show. But literally, the whole storyline was Undertaker had to lay down for the Dudleys because Paul Heyman was at the concrete truck and was going to kill Paul Bearer live on pay-per-view.
Yep.
So Undertaker, every time he would fight out, he'd be like, "Bad dog! Bad dog!" And he'd just pull the lever in the concrete. Well, anyway, Undertaker shitbags the Dudley boys and beats them.
He beats them, pretty much sends them out of the company, pretty much.
And then, pretty much, they send him to TNA, pretty much. And then he uses his supernatural superpowers to lightning strike Paul Heyman out of the truck. There he goes. Or not out of the truck, he ran off.
And we're like, oh boy, he's going to save Paul Bearer. He won the match and he saves him.
Undertaker comes up and he goes,
fuck that.
Paul, I have no choice. Rest in peace. And he kills Paul Bearer live on pay-per-view. Oh, he didn't fucking idiot. Undertaker, you fucking asshole.
Cross me, you cocksucker.
I had sex with your mother. Oh, but guess what? They explained on SmackDown that week that he was severely injured and has injuries. The motherfucker drowned in concrete. He did not survive.
And he came back like 6 years later.
That's fine. No, not even a rasp in his voice, y'all.
Let's not forget he murdered Muhammad Hassan the following year at the Great American Bash. Yep. So Undertaker killed 2 people in 2 years on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
But that was so fucked up. And that was the main event over the bull rope match. Oh my god. That was one of the worst pay-per-views ever, was that Great American Bash.
That one, it definitely was not up to par.
God, that sucked ass. You have classics like Kenzo Suzuki against Billy Gunn.
Classic.
Now, if that match was in the Tokyo Dome, old Meltzer would have creamed his
5 stars. Oh,
7 stars, guys. 7 stars.
You know, it's just a great match. It's just a great match. It's just an awesome match.
And then there was another match.
We know you now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you fucking marks.
Love you, Dave.
I got love-hate with him. But anyway. And also, on that card, leads to another what the fuck. Bombastic Bob Holly versus Albino Undertaker. I mean, Mordecai. 2 for 1. Mordecai.
Wasn't expecting
Mordecai. That lasted, 2 weeks?
Oh,
2 months?
Mordecai, yeah.
Kevin Thorne.
Kevin Thorne. Yeah.
Kevin Thorne. White Undertaker.
Basically, Albino Undertaker.
He had like 1 pay-per-view match, or 2 pay-per-view matches.
Yeah, he had 2.
There was a cup of coffee and
some vignettes.
And then he got his ass kicked by Rey Mysterio, and that was it.
Yeah. Imagine Kevin Thorne dunked in bleach.
Basically, and then he had that fucking entrance with that staff or whatever. Yeah, so that was SmackDown in 2004. About Heidenreich.
Oh God!
Where he was going to be a frozen Nazi at first with Paul Heyman.
That would have
been a what the fuck.
I'm glad they didn't do that.
Which Paul Heyman is a Jew, so that would have been kind of awkward.
Well, they decided to, instead of giving us that, they decided to put Heidenreich in the bathroom stall with Michael Cole.
And he molested Michael Cole.
I'm going to get you, Mr. Cole.
And then he made him an honorary. And then he, I'm gonna stick my dick off your clothes. It's a poem.
Now, to get us maybe away from such iffy connotations there, I'm going to rewind the clock to October 2nd, 2000. You want to, being our resident Rain Man here, Kyle, you want to tell me what happened on this day? Can you tell me?
October 2nd, 2000.
October 2nd, 2000.
October 2nd, 2000. Is this a WCW?
This is a WCW card.
Oh,
I'll give you that.
WCW. Oh, fuck. Well, the year 2000 has plenty of what the fuck moments. So this could have been any episode of Nitro from that year.
Yes, but this is very out of the box. What the fuck? I'll give you a hint. It's a Russo creation.
Was this Vince Russo winning the World Heavyweight Championship?
No, it wasn't.
Russo's Revenge?
No.
Not Judy Bagwell on a forklift. On a forklift.
You guess, Aaron? You got a guess? Before I let the cat out of the bag on this one, guys. If you got a guess before I let it out, give it to us in the comments.
I'll go slide, pal.
Don't Google it.
It wouldn't be the
cheaters.
Would it be? Does it involve the triple cage?
No.
Is it the spot where he dumped blood on Nash, but Nash wasn't even?
That was on a Thunder.
These moments are so much more significant than the one I'm getting ready to mention. This one's kind of dumb, but it definitely belongs in the what the fuck category.
Go ahead, enlighten us.
Okay, so it is the San Francisco 49ers between Jeff Jarrett and Booker T for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
Fun fact: this was my first cognitive memory of watching Nitro at my grandma's house.
Oh my god,
that was the first thing I remember.
You could have been watching Raw that night, damn it.
Yeah.
So let me give you a breakdown of how this goofy match worked. It's kind of a precursor to Feast or Fired, if you want to consider it.
Oh, that could be another.
Okay, so there were 4 boxes, right? And in one of the 4 boxes was the title, but in the other 3 boxes, you had no idea.
Nope.
And as you went through the match, I guess you were to try to get to the boxes. I'll be honest, I haven't watched this match and doing my research.
I think you had to climb the turnbuckle and grab the box. It was basically like a pole match on steroids.
And here's the kicker, guys. One of the weird objects in one of these boxes was a framed picture of Scott Hall.
There you go.
There you go.
R.I.P. Scott.
That's why we dedicate our intro to you.
Yeah, and the best part was Booker T selling it because he picked it up and he goes,
yeah.
and what's awesome about that match is when Booker went to get the belt was like, fuck this match.
It fell out. And
I want out of this match before you.
Technically, Dave Pinzer won that match.
What the fuck does any of this have to do with the 49ers? I mean,
I don't know. But let's talk about one of the other objects that was in one of the boxes. A sex doll. It was literally in the box.
Can you name his future opponent?
And Beetlejuice coming out and punching Jeff Jarrett in the nutsack.
This really was a what the fuck match.
I mean, what in the absolute... If people were still watching WCW by then...
And this wasn't even a Viagra on a pole match.
Oh, that was some stiff competition.
Vince Russo...
I really dug deep in the Russo matches for this one, guys. I wanted to go past some of the obvious ones.
Yeah.
Swear to God, bro, it'll work, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
You know what? I know we're going to get off the goddamn bean, but... this is a pitch. Vince, I know you don't want to be in the wrestling business anymore. You need to team up with Matt Riddle. You're bro, and he's the king of bros. How come no one's fucking done this yet?
You know what? How about have 3 of the hardcore marks from the Mark cast on the show? We'll talk shop.
We'll talk shop, Vinny.
Yeah, because you got some explaining to some bullshit that you came with over the years.
But no, we need Vince Russo and Matt Riddle together, the bros. Bro, I swear to God.
Swear to God, bro, it'll work. What about all the shitbag matches that he came up with over the years?
Vince, he's very adamant and steadfast on his booking philosophy. I don't necessarily hate it. Some of his stuff is really funny and awesome. Some of his stuff was pure dog shit.
Let's see.
There's a reason he's called Shitstain.
That's right. See, there you go. Another shot.
I didn't call him that. Jimmy called him that.
Did.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jim yet again. Love you, Jim.
Let's rattle off.
And which is funny because I originally, when I had this one on my list, I thought this was a Vince Russo thing. It might have been because he left the WWF around this time. But do you guys remember when Boss Man served Al Snow his dog Pepper?
That's some grade A Pepper.
Grade A what the fuck moment. That's what that was.
No, did Russo leave at No Mercy or before that?
He left Unforgiven 99 was his last pay-per-view.
So he had his hands in this.
And this leads into another what the fuck. The Kennel from Hell match.
Yes, but I feel like the build-up is more fucked up than the actual match. So the Big Boss Man is feuding with Al Snow. So Al Snow has a miniature Chihuahua dog named Pepper that goes missing, and then to kind of smooth shit over, Boss Man invites Al Snow to his hotel room for a summit, and he decides to serve him dinner. And he ends up telling him, "Ooh, that's grade A Pepper." He, in storyline, killed Al Snow's dog and fed it to him. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Man, knowing the business is kayfabe, I was able to grin and bear it. But man, if this was real, what the absolute fuck?
You gotta love it, bro. Trust me, it's great, bro.
So then Al Snow decides to get revenge on the Boss Man by challenging him to a Kennel from Hell match.
Yep.
Where it was a steel cage and a Hell in a Cell
combined
in one match, and around the ring was going to be bloodthirsty rabid dogs ready to eat somebody's ass.
It ended up being a dog shit match.
They meant horny shitting dogs.
And it was one of the worst fucking matches ever. That match sucked.
Boss Man was 2 for 2 that year with Hell in a Cell. You had the Candle from Hell and then the one with Undertaker.
Where he got hung?
He got hung from the fucking cell.
That was iconic. I love that image. WWE hates it, but man, I love that image.
What the fuck in the good ways?
Is this symbolic? Is this symbolic? And then guess what? They continued with a pay-per-view after that. They're like, moving on, we got a world title match to get through. Boss Man just fucking died.
So we'll just disregard the hanging and the lynching there.
And then Boss Man came back like a week later and said, hey guys.
Hey, what's going on? Hey pals, welcome.
Dude, that Kettle from Hell match was so bad, Boss Man had to resort to fucking with Big Show's daddy. They were to rebound.
Oh, yeah.
The Big Show's daddy! The daddy!
That's because when his mom died, yeah. They played up the fact that was it his dad's funeral?
Yeah, his dad's funeral.
His dad was already dead.
Yeah, his dad was dead for 9 years up until that point, so this was fake.
And speaking of dead.
Oh, a lot of death moments in wrestling.
This one's literally... Remember in 2001, Vince decides, hey, pal, we're going to do a tie-in with the Army of the Dead. Let's do a zombie lumberjack match.
You said 2001?
It was in 2001.
Please enlighten us.
No, this was 2021.
Oh, yeah, 2021. I'm high.
Damn, there was no fucking Army of the
Man's
Dead.
elevated. That's what he is.
Well, it's live, pal.
I'm just stupid.
It's live, pal. And we're
But
professionals.
2021. And it was during the pandemic era. We were on the way out of that shit.
The Thunderdome.
Miz is fighting,
Never again.
Damian Priest.
Damon Priest, yep.
Lumberjacks are freaking zombies. And Miz dies at the end of that.
So does John Morrison.
Yeah, they die.
To promote a Army
For a week.
For a week, and then they came back and said, hey guys.
Well, that reminds me of someone else dying for a week. Vince McMahon.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to blow up, pal.
$1 million.
He's gonna blow up, and then the next week had to unveil the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. We thought he died $1 Million Mania,
And then,
and
and then a certain incident happened, and then...
that was definitely what the fuck.
That was a what the fuck, seriously.
That was a what the fuck wrapped in a what the fuck. Is what
And
that
then
was.
all of a sudden, that episode of Raw starts with Vince in the ring. I'm like, I thought you were dead.
Yeah, he's supposed to be dead, bro.
horrible timing.
Tonight was supposed to be the funeral.
Imagine the podcasts back then.
The podcast world would have blown the fuck up.
Jimmy. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, man, Vince McMahon.
No one was doing podcasts back then, but imagine. What the fuck? Vince is supposed to be dead. This is
Some
bullshit.
goddamn outlaw mud show bullshit.
No, imagine the theories on Benoit.
Oh, like there isn't any already? Oh, shit.
But at that time, how raw it would have been. Just imagine the wrestling scene, guys.
Oh, dude.
I know you know. I know that you know that I know that you know.
I remember all the bullshit they did when they played up Vince was dead. I remember Stephanie coming out pretending he was dead and doing that horrible acting and all that. And then fucking leaving funerals like flowers at a fake gravesite. It was so fucking dumb.
And Vince was like, "Hey, I can do this death angle," and then Benoit goes, "Hold my beer."
Now here's the thing. No. Retrospectively looking back at that, Vince wouldn't have been able to been away from things being
he'd have been
dead. He'd have found a way to make it back on air. In a matter of probably record time.
Well, he would have been back eventually because the plan was that was going to lead to.
It was going to be he was going to fake his own death.
Yeah, and then Ken Kennedy was going to be his illegitimate son, and then he was going to eventually return, and then it was going to be a big power struggle angle for Mania the following year.
But then,
yeah, Chris decided, you know what, I'm going to kibosh. That doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah, he decided to hold my beer and all that, and then Vince's like, "Damn it."
Yeah.
Damn it!
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm going to take us back to the year 2000 again.
Oh fuck!
Let's go to King of the Ring 2000.
Oh my god!
The hardcore evening gown match.
Oh boy!
Pat Patterson versus Gerald Briscoe.
I watched this
Two old
live.
men.
Oh, you poor bastard!
Women's evening gowns.
Plus Pat Patterson's shit-stained underwear.
Yeah, who can forget that?
And then
Talk about shit.
Crash Holly was a hero for interrupting that match.
Oh, the whole locker room kind of came out at that point. The 24/7 rule kind of really saved us from being.
Oh fuck!
I mean, if this was in the Tokyo Dome, it'd be a 5-star match.
I mean, these were two Hall of Famers, two legends going at it in a fucking evening gown match.
Way past their prime.
The first
this match was purely for Vince's entertainment.
Oh, absolutely.
Vince's entertainment.
Vince was in the gorilla position laughing his ass off.
That's funny.
You see, that's good shit, pal. That's gonna make some money. That's money.
I mean, think about it. The first Intercontinental Champion of the world is in an evening gown match.
Yeah. Poor Pat.
And then former NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Depending on how you feel about Pat, you could probably be poor Pat, but some people
may.
Still, you got the most legitimate shooter of all time on the other side of that in a fucking evening gown. I'm sure Vince had to sell the comedic aspect of that.
Yeah, well, what makes that funnier? Could you imagine it's 1972, and they go up to Pat Patterson and Gerald Briscoe, and they're like, you're going to wrestle in like lingerie and you're dressed like women and have a wrestling match.
The fuck I am?
That guy would have been stretched.
I'm going to fucking beat this. I don't know why.
I'm going to fuck you up.
You will not stop me, you stupid motherfucker.
I can't get the French Canadian.
Here comes Jerry. He'd be like, I'm not doing that bullshit.
Motherfucker.
I'm going to stretch you.
Let me tell you this. This is not racist, but since he is half Native American, he'd be like, I'm gonna fucking scalp you. I'm gonna fucking hang you by your balls.
Yeah, that wouldn't have flown.
Not in 19. Oh, there would have been some interesting choice words in 1972. Oh yeah. I'm not doing that gay shit. Sorry, Pat. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not fucking Ed Gein. I'm not wearing women's clothing. I'm not doing that.
Oh man.
And then here comes Vince. He goes, "Okay, Mr. McMahon.
I'll do what you say. I'll do that for you, sir.
I'll do that for you, sir. Let me get you some coffee, too."
They ain't gonna say no to Vince.
It's fuck no. Once Vince says that, Vince said it. You're gonna do it. And then I guarantee you, Vince would have done it if it was up to him. He would have done it.
I don't know.
But
that was
a
one. Well, you could be right. I don't know.
Well, this is Vince McMahon we're talking about.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and pick one here. I got it written down here. We're gonna go to some TNA here. There's plenty of wrestle crap moments I can name off. First, I'm going to start off with Lockdown 2007. This actually could be a two for one special. Mm-hmm. First things first. When you watch TNA Lockdown 2007, what's the first thing you notice about the steel cage?
Looks like a damn chicken coop.
It looks like we're in a fucking chicken coop. Chicken coop, fuck off! But let's talk about what happens first.
Briscoe Chicken Farm.
That's right. Give us some chicken. But
not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Warning. Rated R. Not a sponsor. Of course, go for chicken. But the implosion of the AMW, America's Most Wanted, Cowboy James Storm versus Wildcat Chris Harris in a blindfold 6 sides of steel match. I hate blindfold matches. I fucking hate blindfold matches.
See, I see. This is a true story. I because we live in the same area that he does. I see Chris at the gym usually once a week, and I never go up to him because I'm too nervous. But
you don't go up to him and go, "Hey, Braden Walker!"
Knock. But if I did, maybe I'd ask him, "What the fuck?"
No, Chris, I love you. I just had to put that
why are you doing this match? But it was a blindfold cage match.
Yeah, because I think it was Chris Harris that got blinded or whatnot.
That was the story going into it. Yeah.
But that's not the what the fuck moment. It's what happened later on in the card.
That one was a little. What you're getting ready to refer to was a little bit more shocking.
Yeah, it was a big shocker, if you will. LAX against the Dudleys or Team 3D. I'm calling them the fucking Dudleys. They are the Dudleys.
Shout out Bubba and Devon.
There you go, Bubba and Devon. There you
Testify.
Go. Happy retirement, boys. No, except you, bully. You're still wrestling, damn it. You got a show in 2 months. But anyway, in an electrified cage match. That is hence why the steel cage looks like chicken wire. The fact that these two teams have to get thrown into the cage, and literally there's some jackass in the back flickering the lights and doing this. It sounds like the Mounties cattle prod going off, and they have to sell it. But yet, in the match, in a couple of instances, these guys are climbing the cage with their skin touching the steel. Nothing happens. Nothing fucking happens. Nothing. And then frauds. Hey, there's a phony. Big fat phony. This match was so bad, the crowd was literally chanting "Fire Russo."
Fire Russo. The only time that happened in TNA.
The last rights match.
Yep.
Oh my god. But yes,
how did that start? The two participants.
It was basically a coffin match, like a casket match, except you had to put the guy in the casket and raise him on the. They called it the deathbed, or something. And then there was like these fake ass tombstones and candles. Poor Sting, they had to do this. And then the prison yard match. Oh my god, they started in the parking lot and fought their way into the arena in a prison yard. And
Well,
you had to
you know-
throw the man in solitary confinement.
There were worse things than Vince Russo created matches.
Oh, yeah.
You know, historically, there have always been bad matches.
That could be a whole video.
I want to
itself.
take you to 1989 in the AWA. You know, you know where I'm going? Colonel
Colonel
Beers versus Jake the Milkman Milliman in a turkey on a pole match.
Oh my fucking
They
god!
were going to make this a Thanksgiving tradition. This was supposed to revolutionize wrestling, guys. Turkey on a pole. Oh man. George Gagne, or was it Vern Gagne? Sorry, Vern Gagne. Great genius idea, brother. I mean, God.
That's gonna bring the.
That's going to put butts in the seats.
That's gonna compete with Vince.
Did they get to keep the turkey?
Yeah, I wonder if one of them kept the turkey or not. I don't know.
You get to fuck the turkey.
Colonel LeBeers was an interesting character.
Blatant racist.
I will not have him referee my match. He's a black man.
Yeah, that legit happened.
That was, you know,
That was
time
legit,
when
folks.
Racism was a little more accepted in wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was...
How about another great AWA idea? The Wrestle Team Challenge.
Oh, boy.
Where they decided, hey, let's go to fucking Applebee's or TGI Fridays. Let's film some drunk assholes going, and green screen them into a studio where we're going to have all the wrestlers wrestle.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And guess what? A lot of these guys ended up leaving AWA because of the Sergeant Slaughter.
Who covered that?
That would be a certain Brian Zane.
Yeah. So if we can't do it justice, look up Brian Zane Wrestling with
Or Wrestling Bios. They both covered
Yeah,
it. It is
they'll cover
dog
that.
shit.
Shout out to those guys. They do a better job.
Yeah, shout out to those two gentlemen, those two legends. You guys are fucking awesome. Big shout out.
Yeah.
But they cover that, and let's not forget Wrestle Rock Rumble too.
Oh, God, that's great. Just the music video for the
God.
show is worth it.
AWA. Yeah. Yeah. Way to go, Vern.
Which is so funny because they prided themselves on being old school wrestling and traditional wrestling, and then they did goofy shit like this.
God, I knew it was downhill when they fumbled Hulk Hogan being their top guy.
Well, he kind of fucked them over.
Well, yeah, he did.
Vince definitely meddled in that whole affair.
Terry fucked him over on that
Yeah.
one.
Well,
That's
Hogan was
been
fired
documented.
being in Rocky 3, and then Vince was like, fuck, I got to hire him back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all right. Aaron, do you have a what the fuck moment?
I have one more on my list, and it's definitely a what the fuck moment. Well, I remember watching this live. I don't know if you were with us when we were watching this live. I know Kyle was with us. It was in 2014. Some genius, Vince McMahon, decided, hey, y'all love Undertaker's winning streak at WrestleMania, don't you? Well, fuck you.
WrestleMania 30.
I got a lot to say about this bullshit.
Brock Lesnar ending Undertaker's streak. Number one, I'll say this. I was not mad that Brock Lesnar beat him. I was mad at the fact that they fucking did it. If they were going to do it, fine. I could get Brock doing it. He was believable. But they did not have to fucking do this.
And not to mention the match itself was dog shit.
Well, in all fairness, Taker was knocked for a loose.
Sure.
Like, during that match.
I vividly remember that moment. The initial shocking moment was like, oh my god, what just fucking happened?
Was this a work? Was this...
we all thought it was fake. Like, we all thought like something went
They
down.
played it up. There were the rumors. I remember reading the rumors. People were talking about Brock Lesnar going in business for himself. Turns out it wasn't the case. They worked this.
Yeah, but looking back in hindsight, it did not need to fucking happen.
Well, the rumors. Let's address that rumor. Paul Heyman himself addressed the situation in an Inside the Ropes,
I think I've seen this one.
and he presents a situation that could be very realistic. In which case, Brock does make the decision to go over on Taker, whether Taker likes it or not.
Yeah, was he gonna do
And
that?
Paul also paints the picture that Taker really did collapse behind the curtain because he really was beaten very viciously by Brock.
Yeah.
And maybe Brock beat Taker into working with him in that match to doing what he wanted versus that being the actual plan.
Very possible.
Possibly, but still, that did not need to happen, and I was so pissed that night. I was so fucking
Oh,
mad.
he was. Didn't you do it? You did a rant on your shit microwave style.
I filmed with a
camera phone.
fucking toaster.
Is it on the Dusty Spider channel still?
Nobody needs to fucking watch that.
Yeah, if you're wondering his handle under his name, Dusty Spider, check out his channel just to watch his earlier rants from during that time because they were all
hot shit.
He thought he was hot shit.
I'll give you 3 words for that describes that video.
What the hell?
Professional mark in the making is what I'm going to call those videos.
I was not a professional that day.
Yeah.
I filmed I hate my fucking YouTube channel. I hate it. I fucking hate it.
But yeah, if you remember the initial dude's reaction in the crowd, that's what we all felt.
Oh yeah.
What the absolute teetotaling fuck was that?
Yeah, but
it ripped the soul out of.
And the thing is, Undertaker didn't even want it to happen.
He was booked to win until the day of.
Yeah.
The day of, Vince said, "You're losing." And looking back, it did not need to fucking happen.
No.
Brock didn't need it. He could have just went on his tail
because it kind of made all of his other WrestleMania matches a little less important.
It did. Because after that, it was basically just him trying to get his mojo back, and it took him a while.
There was no fear of him losing because it's like it's no big deal anymore.
Exactly. I remember every time he would compete at WrestleMania, I'd be like, "Oh fuck, is he gonna lose? Oh fuck!"
I remember watching WrestleMania 21 live when he took on Orton, and I was scared to death he was losing that.
I think my fondest one was 28, the end of an era match.
One of the best
kickouts ever.
False finishes.
The Sweet Chin Music pedigree. I legit thought it was over at that point. I was like, "Oh my fucking god, they're doing it!" Then he kicks out.
Yeah, definitely up there on the Mount Rushmore of false finishes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Bit too cliche nowadays, but yes, that one was well done. Well executed.
Well, it didn't need to be a Hell in a Cell match, but fuck it, I digress. But
well, Jimmy would call it a hat on a hat, but I still say that was perfect. I loved it.
It was great storytelling.
Great WrestleMania.
That should have been Undertaker's final match.
Great overall WrestleMania.
Yeah, really good.
Man didn't know when to hang it up.
A palate cleanser from a big what the fuck show the previous year, WrestleMania 27.
Nothing against him though. Love you, Taker.
Yeah,
love you, big dog. He's my all-time favorite. Just so you all know.
Oh yeah.
So I will not tolerate any Undertaker slander in here.
Dude is awesome.
And if you do have some, hit us up in the comments.
I like to hear you fucking douchebags.
I don't have this on my list, but it's kind of recent. It's definitely a what the fuck because when I first saw it, I was like, what the fuck? But I loved it. The Wyatt Six's debut where they murdered everyone.
Poor Chad Gable got shot in the fucking...
What the fuck are these guys? Yeah, that was definitely up there.
Chad Gable got shot in the fucking head or something.
Yeah. Where the fuck did everybody go?
Where did everybody go?
It was like a fucking haunted house in there or something.
Oh yeah.
It was awesome.
It was stupid and goofy, but I loved it so much. The Wyatt mark, so that was right up my alley.
I'll tell you what the fuck spooky character was. The Boogeyman.
Oh man.
Now let me
fuck the worms.
Let me just say I love the Boogeyman. I think he's a great character. But on the what the fuck moment I'm gonna pick out
is you're going with this one.
Jillian Hall and that big fucking mole on her face. And
Boogeyman was a little hungry that day.
So he was hungry. So he gnawed on. It was on a random Piper's Pit too. That was so fucking random.
Thanks, Roddy.
Yeah, Roddy. I bet he was like, "What the fuck was that?" Yeah, that was a what the fuck moment, and then
the classic.
I've been noticing. I hate to interrupt, but I notice when I do the RIPs, I'm doing this. What am I fucking Sabu? Rest in peace, Sabu.
Yeah, do it for Sabu. There you go.
Yeah.
Markcast. Yeah, see, we're the real professional marks on the Markcast.
Yeah, we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, R.I.P. You crazy bastard.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. But yeah, the Boogeyman, eating the fucking big mole. That was. No. Yeah, and
I remember watching him chew this shit. Oh god.
Oh, that was one of the that's still gross. I was like, god.
Like, how can we top the worms? Oh, we'll do eat this shit off Jillian's face.
Literally eat her face. Literally. Oh my god. And then fucking he put the worm putting the worms in people's mouths never really bothered me. I was like, all right, it's kind of gross.
Yeah.
And all that, but yeah, the Boogeyman is a crazy crackhead too. He's a fucking crackhead.
Oh yeah. Well, we all know that for sure. But
well, I mean, I don't know. Marty Wright seems like a nice dude.
You gotta be a crackhead to come up with a gimmick like that.
Yeah, and then lie about your age. I'm tough enough.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah,
there's that too.
I'm 25. You're 42. You're 42.
None of your business.
What? How old is he?
Oh, you lied to us about.
Sorry, kid. You don't have what it takes. Fuck you, dynamic dude. Fuck off. That's a what the fuck tag team.
I might be able to coach you in having what it takes in a one-on-one coaching session in the back.
Oh, we're gonna take him to Budokan.
We'll show your honker to Pat Patterson.
We'll take him to Budokan with Bart Gunn.
We'll let you step on Tony Atlas.
We'll let you.
You know about that one.
We'll let you hold on to his big.
Tony Atlas and the stepping.
We'll let you hold on to his big hug.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, right, Fitz?
Oh yeah. Oh.
So we're supposed to know about that. Shut up.
Now Terry Brunk.
I don't know what this is devolving into.
Yeah, Terry Brunk.
Like I said,
you and
we're
Rob are
professionals.
busted for weed.
Oh yeah. Poor Rob.
Terry Brunk, Sabu's original name, his real name.
It's Terry, right?
Terry Brunk. Yep. Terry.
Yeah. While we'll do a couple more here, but with Sabu, what the fuck? You remember when he taped his arm open or shot
barbed
because
wire
his
match?
arm was literally
That's
sliced open?
definitely a what the fuck.
Oh, yeah.
His muscle was showing.
crazy glued it and then
Yes, you're right.
In
Yes.
the middle of the fucking match.
Talk
and then
about a guy
mid-match.
that should
And then
stick to it.
proceeded to go into a ball of barbed wire with Terry Funk afterwards.
Finish the match like a trooper.
Terry almost died in that match.
Legend.
They had to, both legends right there. The crazy bastards.
You want me to do what with the barbed wire?
I changed the rules.
He cut his arm open mid-match.
Paul, you're full of shit.
I'm not full of shit. I'm gonna tell you what to do.
No, you're not. You egg-sucking dog.
But yeah,
Hey,
Sabu had that was one of the
Craziest matches ever, dude. Born to be wired.
Yeah.
And they literally had to cut them out of the barbed wire.
They
or else
did.
Or else Terry was going to get his jugular sliced open, and he would die.
Oh god.
Oh, crazy fucking man. They never did it again after that. That's it. They're like, I'm not going to do it anymore.
You can't top that.
No.
I even find that squeamish.
You got one more there, Kyle? Before we wrap it up?
One more what the fuck moment. Yeah.
Like I said, we could go all night. We have to eventually stop.
We have to eventually stop.
Yes,
We're being
we do
for
have to
fucking
hit
4
it
hours. Yeah, we all got.
We're happy to do more episodes, however.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be back.
Oh
on
yeah,
this
this will
subject
definitely
for sure.
turn into a little series or
If
something.
you have something for us to hit in one of the next What the Fucks episodes,
Yeah.
hit us up in the comments. Give us suggestions. We'll be happy to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and let's mention one more what the fuck moment. Jinder Mahal is WWE champion.
What?
Hold on a second.
That's a big what.
I loved it when they did that.
I fucking hated it.
It
was
the best.
It was
horrible.
I'm talking about the moment. The moment of like
He did it? Jinder won?
they fucking did it. They actually had the balls to do this.
But then all of a sudden he's beating AJ Styles. He's beating Randy Orton twice.
He beat Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, and this was them trying to get
He'd
him
be a
to.
veritable who's who of wrestling at the time.
He was going to face Brock at Survivor Series. Thank God they didn't fucking do
in an
that.
effort to corner the Indian market.
And how'd that work out for him?
The best thing is, like you mentioned, they were going to do the champion versus champion match with Brock, and Brock's like, that don't work for me.
That's not happening.
Brock's like, I ain't getting on that plane. I don't care where you fly.
The silver lining of Jinder Mahal's run is we got AJ back as champion.
Fuck yes. And then what did Jinder do after that?
Didn't do shit. Well, I tell you what he didn't do. He didn't properly sell Jeff Hardy's Whisper in the Wind a couple months later. He sold to air.
He got slammed by a ghost.
Yeah.
John Cena came in and interfered.
Speaking of John Cena, I hate to, but we mentioned this before we started filming. Did you guys know John Cena actually had his wrestling debut in WCW? A lot of people don't know this.
Really? Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. See, he made a cameo in Ready to Rumble, which was made for WCW.
Masterpiece.
And he actually had a cup of coffee in WCW. He had one match that was televised. They were in a Nitro was it Down Under Nitro?
I think it might have been.
Whatever,
it was either down.
No, it was Thunder, wasn't it?
No, it was an episode of Nitro.
Kevin Nash is in a gauntlet match,
The
right?
New Blood Gauntlet.
Yeah, and he has to pin a guy, and a guy's supposed to come out one after another. He power bombs, jackknifes dudes. He goes to pin him. Like at first, the ref counts. Then the ref just he starts counting, and Nash doesn't even have to be near the guy. Turns out Cena was his actual tag team partner, pinning the motherfuckers.
He tagged in and started beating.
A lot of people don't know that, but yeah, that actually happened.
little fun
fact. John Cena had a cup of coffee.
Technically, was a WCW superstar.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go, folks.
All right, Mike, what do you got to close out with us today?
Well, I don't really have another moment handy, but I am very, very interested to see what you guys may give us in the comments. I would love to cover anything you guys give us in the comments. I would love to personally handle that one. Let me know.
All right.
We'll even take some of the shitty answers if you got.
So that was a blast. We'll do, like I said, we could do.
This one really got.
We could go on and on and on for this.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe to YouTube. Share the shit out of this with everybody who might be a fan of wrestling. Just want to see 3 dudes and 1 dude walking around, just ranting about shit.
Random
we love
shit.
pro wrestling. Check us out on YouTube. I'm going to try to share this on my TikTok. Maybe put out a TikTok to promote this more. Want to get a Spotify so you can get the audio version of this. Got a lot of stuff in the works. But share the shit out of this.
Like, share, subscribe.
Absolutely.
If you don't, I'm going to come over to your house.
Thanks again. We will see you guys next time. I'm Aaron, a.k.a. StudMuffin Supreme.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Kyle.
Thanks for fucking watching.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Later, fuckers.